check. Checkity check. Check 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Dan?
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. One of those. Played a lot of Call of Duty with my son this weekend. A lot of shit talk.
Oh, I can't imagine. Those lobbies
it's
now.
so much
They
fun.
were bad in 2006.
Yeah, he's 9. I definitely shouldn't let him play.
Oh, yeah, probably
it's
not
a
good.
blast. Dude.
No idea what this is going to look like.
Doesn't matter. It'll get better.
We're going to figure it out.
Let me check.
We got one directed Cam, one directed us, dude.
Yeah, that's all
Is
we
this a
have.
hostage video or a podcast?
Well, eventually when we have some better background. Hey, welcome back to another pour. We got special guest Cam.
Hello, hello.
Short King himself.
I wasn't going to call him a special guest.
Yeah.
He's here.
Special
He's
in some ways.
Special.
But yeah, we got some more decorating to do, some more painting, some more soundproofing to do. In
They
here.
can't see anything that needs to be painted at all.
The empty
They will.
shelf is a little bit daunting, I will say. It's a little scary behind you guys. I know.
There's going to be, so
That's. I pay rent for that back there.
we'll put a cot in one of these for you. You just climb in.
Oh, yeah, I can make you a bed.
We're supposed to set a bottle aside, right?
Okay.
Every time we bottle, we set a bottle aside. And then if the TTB ever wants to come like test it, then we have one of each of the thingers. So we need like a spot to like collectively put all those bottles.
Right.
This is going to fit as like because eventually this will just be full of our releases. It'll look kind of cool as a backdrop when there's just
Just going
hundreds
to
of
take a
bottles
minute
on
to
there.
fill
So,
up, you know?
So you mean to tell me I could have made $5 more
Yeah.
for that bottle that you held? You're holding.
I butt chugged that one. Not here, not on site, off site. But okay, listen.
You
listening.
can't butt chug at work.
We have
You can only do that at home.
as long as it's not in the bonded premise.
Bonded is a one way to put it.
We have whiskeys to drink.
We do.
There's 2 Barrel Kings down there. Sean hasn't drank his out of that bottle yet.
Oh, perfect. Mine's bottled, huh?
Yep, they're
Nice.
all bottled. They're dropping next Monday. So,
Do you have 2 picks?
yep.
Okay.
One Sean, one mine.
Nice.
You can just pick. Just pick your favorite.
Probably Sean's.
No, probably not. Everyone hates mine.
You'll be surprised.
Does it taste like rotten apples?
No, thank God.
Tastes good. There's nothing wrong with it.
If Sean would have said, I want to pick that one, and it tasted like that barrel that we have,
Yeah.
we would have had to be like, dude, we can't sell that to people.
Nothing wrong with that
We
beer.
had to say that. You know what I mean?
All right.
We haven't had to say it yet, but
That's funny.
we do have 2 Barrel King 36 rye picks, which is interesting because you brought a 36 rye for us to drink.
Yeah.
That was super off profile, not 36 rye-esque at all.
Doesn't taste a thing
Not like
that.
the Dark Arts 36s we both have done now.
Yeah.
And not like either of those, truthfully. So
I'm trying
Sean's tastes like each other barrel proof almost.
Really?
For
Oh, that's
real.
cool.
It's like bright and fruity and sweet.
Just like Sean. Sorry.
Bright, fruity, and
Yeah,
sweet.
you know.
No, he's not sweet at all.
How dare you?
Buddy, nobody's ever met you and used the word sweet. Your mother probably, because she's your mom. You use the word sweet about yourself often?
All the time.
Oh, man, dude.
I'm a very sweet person.
What does your bio on Facebook say?
Not sweet.
Sweet.
I think it still says
Great
I work
eyes.
at Dow, too.
Curmudgeon.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever changed that.
Yeah. I think mine probably says credit union. Or I don't even think I updated it to the credit union.
Yeah.
But
Brandon, you want to grab a couple glasses? I didn't know Dan was bringing in samples.
they're not samples. They're 750s. Look at that.
That's samples.
There you go. Have you
Oh
seen
yeah, I
that
might need
yet?
a second glass.
It's quite the label.
Sean hasn't seen his sticker yet.
Really?
Brandon made Sean and I stickers for these Barrel Kings. I forgot Sean hasn't even seen it yet.
Is that a queen? Ruthless dude.
Couldn't even make me the king of spades. Had to make me the queen of spades.
Oh, that's
true.
so good.
And didn't even put the queen on there.
No, he
It just
tried. It
spade.
wouldn't. He used AI and AI wouldn't do it, he said. He goes, I can't get him to put the Q on there.
Every time I use AI, I have to go back into Photoshop and use generative AI in Photoshop.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
So I'll do like ChatGPT into Photoshop.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. And it's
Thank you,
always
sir.
a hassle. Honestly,
Thank
it takes
you.
longer to use AI for me than it does because I have to sit and
Because
do
you're
like.
not efficient.
Well, no, because then they're like, you got to take a 20-minute break. You've generated too many images, and I'm like,
How many
why-
images you'd be generating?
Not that many.
1,000?
I just
What's the limit, dude?
honestly, the limit's pretty low. If I'm being real,
Is it 10?
It might be
250.
like 15.
That's a lot.
That is a lot.
No, come on. I need choices,
five
dude.
at
How many
time.
times?
It's like-
How many did it take you to make that, Brandon?
Right.
Oh, no,
There you
he's
go.
better than you.
There you go. See,
Never mind.
it's like barrel picks, dude. You need at least 35 choices
That's fair.
in a day and a half.
That's fair.
No one needs that.
That's
ever.
for
Not
you.
once.
That is fair. Okay, we're gonna drink Sean's first.
Already drank it.
oh,
Did you
can
pour
I
it
can
in
I
there?
have some of
Yeah,
that?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
me
this
get
is
some of that.
That smells amazing.
This is Sean's 105.2 proof. This is all 11-year 36 rye. It is. I do not know the yield on yours though. I know the yield on mine. I do not
That
know the
smells
yield on yours.
phenomenal. It smells a lot better than what it did in the sample that we got, which is always good.
There you go.
That is very bright.
It is distilled in MGP. The barrel is owned by Barrel King, obviously. Yours is a true single barrel.
Yes.
Very real. True
wow.
single
True 11-year single barrel.
Yep. We were sent 4 samples.
This would be the oldest single barrel we've ever picked then? Have we done anything over 11 years?
Isn't one of our 13th
Dude.
11?
This smells
I think
great.
it's 10.
Is it 10?
Yeah. I thought it was 10 and 6 is what we picked from 13th.
We did not pick any.
No,
that
no,
was
no.
6.
The
10 and
bourbons
9
were
maybe.
10 and 6. I think we went going, maybe it
10
was.
and 9.
Yeah.
Might be 10 and 9. It's not 10 and 6.
It's 10 and change, though. It's close to 11.
Okay.
For sure on the bourbon.
I missed the proof. Is that like 105, 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay. You
yeah,
know what it tastes like?
105.2.
This tastes like Elmer T. Lee.
Ooh.
So it's funny because
This is crazy.
I kept saying, did a State of the Junkies
Whoa.
last night and I drank it on there. And I kept saying, this just reminds me so much of each other single barrels. Like
That's
so
good.
much.
This is
Bright, fruity,
this is
sweet.
not like any MGP. This is weird
He
in a
gave
good way.
my pick a lot of shit, by the way.
Who did?
You.
When?
When I was picking it. You kept sampling it to people, and you were like, just pick one. Just pick one. It's fine.
That was my second favorite barrel.
You like better not
And
be glass
then
too.
that was my
everyone
second
would
favorite.
pick Dan's and be like, interesting.
That is my second. This was my second favorite of the 4 samples we got. The initial thing was we were just going to pick one of these. And then Jared sent 4. And then I went through and picked my favorite. Brandon went through them, had liked the one that I had picked the most. And Sean came in. Brandon was like, only these 2 barrels or only these 2 of the 4 samples are good. Sean tried those 2 and actually picked this other one, which was Brandon and I's second favorite, which is this one.
Okay.
So it wasn't like Sean had picked this one and everybody else was like, oh. It was like, oh, that was the other
Just
favorite.
Dan.
Listen, wait till you
we'll
try
ever
the
get
other one.
headphones for in here too?
Fuck
Get like a real
no, I'm not
podcast?
doing headphones. Ugh, I'll do inner monitors, but I will not do headphones.
Yeah.
It's the same thing though.
That I know, but headphones crunch my hair, and I don't like that, dude.
We can't have that.
I don't.
Wow.
We can't
We
have
can't
that,
have that.
dude. Can't have it.
Is your proof on your pick kind of similar to this?
It's like 108.
So it's a little okay,
Yeah.
but they're
His
pretty
is,
low though.
a blend. Is it 9 and 11?
Yeah, it's mostly 11, and then a gallon of not literally 1 gallon. Like it is a gallon of 9
A butt
choice.
chug's worth.
blended into a barrel.
Buddy, if you butt chugged a gallon, you'd be dead.
True.
Dan's pretty big. I mean, I think he can handle it.
Nope.
I can eat a lot. More than
Hella
you
dead.
think.
This is really good. This is so different though.
Brandon, will you do me a favor and just make sure both of those air tanks are off?
They're gonna turn on.
The one leaks. The small one does?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we gonna blow up in this room?
That thing has not turned on once when
Today?
I work back here. In the past 4 days of
Oh.
me working back here, it has not turned on once.
So like I have to wiggle the fitting all the time on
Yeah.
the table because
Yeah.
you can just walk by and you can hear
You
it.
can
just-
hear it. Yeah.
So
That thing,
it'll
you
just
must either
cycle.
fix that or unplugged it out there because it hasn't turned on.
It's the fitting out there is like crap. It's an old air hose.
Fucking air hoses, dude. Talk to us about your
I was gonna say
life, Cam.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Let me give you my life story now.
Can you get that shoe up so people can see it?
Yeah, please put that in frame.
Where do you want me to put it that people are
By
going to
your
be able to
face.
see it?
By your face.
I am
Like a
not
dog.
capable of that.
Look at those heinous things on his feet.
These are off whites, dude.
They're off something, dude.
People will know.
People really like the butthole angle too.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, I have pants on. I'd love a short situation here. Listen, off-white, these are the Rashid off-whites.
Is that a tag on them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so tacky, dude. What are
Yeah,
you doing?
no, that comes that way and you leave them that way.
No.
Yeah, those are the rules. Look, it even has writing on the side.
Why is there a cargo net on the top?
I don't know the reason for that. A
It's
lot
like
of the
gym
off-whites have
class.
that cargo net for some reason.
Interesting.
And it's got shoelaces, a cargo net, and a strap.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. And a zip tie.
You're so accessorized,
You're a big
dude.
fan of the strap, I know.
Yeah, stay strapped or get clapped, dude. That's what you meant.
That's my neighbor.
I think
what
it's
you
pretty
meant.
much the
Yeah, it is.
exact. Never mind.
Buddy, there's a video Sean has on his cell phone. This man just executes
Wait. I'm gonna just let you watch it.
You
and we'll get
can't because nobody's gonna be able to see it.
I'll be able to put it on screen, buddy. I edit this.
Can you?
You think
Oh,
so?
probably.
You think so?
All right.
How bad are we talking here?
It's hilarious.
All right.
I mean, it is funny.
So I was editing in my
the problem
basement,
is,
and I heard this noise.
the problem is he can't put it in the video, and it's a podcast.
My neighbor just pulled out his 9mm and fucking wasted that goddamn thing.
What is that?
Possum.
Oh my god!
Oh, wait.
Bro, you can't put that on the internet.
Dude, just
He's-
executed a possum.
He's 5 foot away. Shot it 5 times.
5 times?
5
He
times.
emptied. He's
Blew
going to
you
empty
away.
a clip into a possum.
Pretty incredible.
Listen, if you're going to kill a possum, you
Oh,
better
he
pump
got
it
it.
full of lead.
Apparently, they're indestructible. So
That poor thing.
That's Swiss cheese, dude.
I know, at least just shoot in the head the first time.
Oh my god.
It's not running away. It's
No.
playing dead.
It didn't.
Yeah, I
It's
guess
not moving.
It's that sucks for the possum.
Yeah.
I will say,
it's
I
one
think,
defense
I think
mechanism.
it got clipped by a car, so it was like a little slow already.
sure.
And then he just put
And then he
her
decided
down.
to still shoot it in the hip, and then the foot, and then the butt, and then the neck.
Well, the 5th shot put it down.
Oh my
Gosh, dude.
good god.
There would have been a 6th. He ran out of bullets.
Of course he did. That's some real redneck shit right there.
Yeah,
Swear to
that
God,
is-
he goes, just puts his gun in his pocket. And go, oh, no.
That guy was just looking up forward to hunting season. Is
He
what
was like, I
looking-
promise I was going to shoot it in the head on the 6th shot.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
And that was 25 feet away from my front driveway.
Gosh, man.
That probably made you feel nice
Right at
and
home?
safe.
This
Yeah.
is where
Right
we
at home.
grew up.
Yeah,
buddy.
man, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, we
that
grew
means
up
my
like-
neighbors patrolling the area, strapped up.
When you
Yeah.
see those neighborhood watch signs out there,
They fucking mean it.
Yeah, dude. A little different. This ain't no fucking city neighborhood watch.
That's
This
so
isn't.
funny.
We're calling the police area.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
We're calling the coroner.
This is
area.
vigilante
Yeah.
justice against possums.
About a mile and a
Yeah.
half from my house, there's a sign that's like, trespassing will get you shot at, and if I miss, or if you're still alive after, I'll shoot again or something like that. Like there's
Yeah.
just, it's that kind of shit.
That's real.
I just went up to our buddy up in Mesek, and like right out of their road, you just go down it, and it's spray painted on the side of a shed,
Yeah,
and it was
yeah.
like no trespassing. This is your only warning. We will shoot, type of thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that tracks. All right, dude. So you've been on a barrel pick adventure extravaganza lately.
It's been like
You've
2
been to everywhere.
2 months of
You're
straight
going
picking.
again today. In theory, you're doing one today, kind of
Kind
doing
of.
another one tomorrow
morning.
in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Which is about 7 hours from here.
Yeah.
Because you're revisiting a barrel.
Today.
Yeah.
Here.
How'd you feel about it?
It's good.
Is it?
Yeah, it tastes
Oh,
like
man, I didn't
Evernorth.
like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's fine. No, it's
It
good.
tastes like turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It did last week.
Like
It's the 12-year barrel, right?
it is.
And
That's
that,
one of the purple label turkey barrels.
it makes sense with the way it tastes.
It really does not taste like the distillate that went into that barrel anymore at all. Like
So it was 7 years going in, right? 7 year, 21%.
6 or 7, yeah. Yeah, it is 21% rye from MGP.
I have to look it up, but I think it was 7.
Okay. So, I mean, I get a little bit of the MGP on it for sure, but it got all the grapiness and all the vanilla
Yeah.
from the 12-year barrel.
Yeah.
So I really like the profile.
It's crushable as hell.
And we don't pick a lot of crushable. We pick a lot of weird
Yeah,
and
you
off
do.
profile.
Yeah.
So this is a nice change of pace. But honestly, putting it next to Sean's barrel, it's funny to smell the differences.
Little
between
different,
these.
my guy.
Little different, but oddly, I think the turkey barrel adds enough mouthfeel to this one. And at the proof, because it's a higher proof than the 36, I think it competes, even though the 36 is definitely older.
That's interesting.
More citrus forward. Still smells like Elmer T. Lee to me, though.
I was just gonna say, man, I
can't
just
believe
took a
it.
last like big drink of that, and I was like, that just tastes like a higher proof Elmer.
I swear to God,
Dude, I gotta
just
get-
kept
I
drinking
gotta get
it.
one of these,
I
or 2 or
kept
3.
thinking AHL single barrel. I
I'll
just
probably
did.
get a couple of these.
And the proof is close to AHL single barrel. Like it's 5 proof off.
It's
And I
crazy.
just kept drinking it and going,
Was that 100?
what?
EH single barrel.
Oh,
They're all bottled.
I was thinking Elmer T. Lee, and I was like, wait, that's 90.
Oh, that's
buddy.
90.
I just had a sample of the Elmer 100th anniversary. Honestly, it's a single barrel, kind of underwhelmed. Maybe it's just that barrel.
I need you to get your facts.
No,
I
hang
need
on.
you to tighten it up
Hang
before
on.
you speak some blasphemous bullshit.
Hang on.
Dance
Back
not to
here.
Hang on.
die.
Because I have a really, really crazy single barrel of just regular Elmer, and it's better than the 100th.
Oh, we gotta shut this down.
No, hang on. Hang on.
We gotta stop talking to each other forever.
But
So-
this reminds me kind of a better version of the 100th.
Cam was
all right, dude, it got
doing a
worse.
barrel
All
pick.
right, dude, it got
That's what
worse. All right, my blood pressure's super fucking high right now.
I'm just hyping Sean, dude.
I will say, Elmer 100 is the best mash bill
fine.
2. That's how we phrase
fine.
that. It's the best mash bill 2.
Mash Bill 2 is pretty underwhelming.
Because it's better than Rock Hill, and it's better than Blanton's, and it's better than normal Elmer, and it's better than Hancock's. Like that's
Hancock's is a big bummer to me.
some of them.
It's sub 90.
My
Maybe
barrel, it just
8.6
tastes.
or
It
something.
feels like water every time you drink
It's
it.
grainy, dude. You know, I
Whoa,
love.
Oh.
that's a hot take.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
not a
think-
hot take.
Yeah, it's a little hot.
You think it's like young?
Yeah, I mean, they're all single barrels, so
They're all like
mine
6
is
years old, probably.
super young tasting.
That's really
Yeah.
interesting. I can't believe you were so wrong.
How interesting is it?
We have a single barrel from Liquor Barn. Doesn't taste that way.
So I've been meaning to try one of those picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't get
It's
one.
the only
I just never wanted to pay for it.
only place we've ever been that had
Yeah,
one.
I've got good access, Dan.
Yeah, you can just come over and drink whenever you want.
Yeah.
I think we got 3 of them.
Just
Yeah,
go
I live
kick in
under the
castle.
stairs here, dude. So we all
I'll
know.
bring one in for you.
Yeah, buddy, I can make you a nice cot on this bottom shelf instead.
You imagine
Instead
him
of, like, doing a shelf?
crawling under.
Well, I'm not going to put it too high. I
You
can't put it
barely
on the
have
top.
to kneel
Oh,
down.
I need to. I don't want to.
Just dump it into mine.
Which one is?
There.
Here,
That's
I'm
the
gonna
same
keep.
whiskey.
I'm gonna keep.
That's the same.
Ooh.
Cool.
I mean, there's a
my
little
pick.
bit left of mine in there, but yours is like really.
Dude, of course you got the
dark honey.
King of Hearts.
Brandon made it. I didn't make it. Brandon made these stickers. And then the
Holy
best part was
shit!
It's like a dark.
This is
honey.
totally different.
Yeah.
they're completely different.
Whoa.
The best part about it is Brandon and I liked the same Barrel King single barrel. And I was like, hey, Jared was like, do you guys want to do stickers? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And so then I was asked Brandon to make a sticker. And then Brandon made this. And I was like, that's fucking incredible. And then I told Sean, I was like, hey, we need a sticker for yours. And he's like, yep. And then we went over that. We did that 3 or 4 times, right? Before Sean still didn't make a sticker. And so then I messaged Jared and I go, Brandon might just make a sticker for Sean. And he goes, just rip it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I messaged Brandon. Brandon was like, I have the greatest idea of all time. So then Brandon made the other sticker and I sent it to Jared and Jared goes, that's my favorite fucking sticker.
Yeah.
So-
Amen about
That's
it.
perfect.
So now the cool
You know
thing
what?
is
There gets to be a sticker on there.
you can.
I didn't have to do it. I'm all
I
for
hate
this.
making
that
stickers.
tracks.
Yep.
I hate doing those.
Same.
He says same. Have you ever made a sticker for a pick?
No. Like I hated the process of like doing thumbnails and stuff like that.
Sure, that's fair.
It's kind of the same. I
It's not the same.
well, like getting something into Photoshop, working around on something.
But we don't
or,
make our own stickers. We hire Illustrator for it.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Every single time.
Okay,
Unless
that's
Brandon
a
makes
smart
them.
move.
the process
Unless
of coming
Brandon
up
makes
with an
them.
idea for a sticker.
Oh, that's fine. That's fair. That's a fair statement.
This is way
Do
more.
you want to
That's different than
like?
doing
Hey, you
it.
don't come up with those ideas.
That's different than doing it.
I don't know where we get what level you will agree with me on eventually.
Well, you can't say I hate doing it when you don't do it.
I don't like the process of doing it.
And that's why me, our illustrator, and Brandon do it.
Uh-huh.
Brandon
Brandon loves doing it.
does love doing it.
When he
That's
sent me
fair.
the short King sticker, I was like, thank you. And now I don't have to worry about this.
Yeah, that short
And
king
it's
sticker
perfect.
was really solid.
Hilarious.
Brandon, come to find out, big card guy though. Huh?
Yeah, loves the card.
Because I just realized that yours had a card on it.
It was
didn't
a king. It was
yeah, it was
a king,
the king
of something.
It was the king with the jail
And it was 5'7" and
height,
a quarter.
like the 7-Eleven door measurement thing next to it. And then
At least it
these,
wasn't
Sean and I
5'6".
both got cards this time. That's really interesting.
Well, it's also Barrel King.
The king thing made sense in 100%. Well, you're short king. I made them around the same time. Did you? Really into cards.
Yeah, what was he originally sent it to me and I had a different
loves
height
magicians.
on it.
That's
Was it
fair.
shorter or taller in the beginning? Because it was shorter and I was like, no, bro, you got to give me 5'7" and a quarter. And it's literally a quarter. If you look on there, it's perfect.
Brandon even said he was like, Cam had me correct
Yes, bro.
the height on this sticker.
Just so people don't get
And
it
I was
wrong.
like,
Just a few
what
people out
a-
there.
What a bitch.
No, look, I gotta stand on my
You gotta stand on your
My
quarter
step
inch,
stool.
dude. You gotta stand on your quarter. You do. It's important.
So, at what height do you stop going with quarters? Is it like
I could hit 5'9",
they stop throwing
5'10",
quarters?
if I could hit 5'9", it'd be a good
but
day.
do you
would
do
you
halves
stop?
at 5'9"? Like at 5'9", would you go 5'9" and a half? If you
I
were
would
5'9"
maybe
and
go
a half?
halvesies up to like 5'11", and then if
Okay.
you say 5'11", you're just a bitch because you just say 6 feet. You know what I mean?
I'm 5'11" and a half. So
Wow.
we'll just
Sorry,
call it 5'11".
I'm judging higher heights
This
than
is
me.
wild.
I have never thought about this till right now, but I sound like I've thought about this.
I would
It
do.
kinda sounds like it.
I would do static inch at 5'10" without a
Can you
doubt.
tell me what a static inch is?
Yeah, you
please?
don't do any decimal points. You don't do any fractions after that. You do none of those
Integers.
things.
Yeah.
You don't
Whole
do integers.
numbers.
You know, whatever's. 100% at 5'10", you're just good,
Yeah.
right?
You're just
Are you doing quarters and halves?
No.
No.
It's a you problem.
I'm
Well, that's what I'm
5'11"
saying, dude. I'm saying you hit
and a half.
5'9". Maybe you go halvesies at 5'9", but maybe you go 5'10" and you stop. Maybe you're right.
Damn, dude. Can I tell you the difference
Maybe
between a
you're
half inch, a shoe? You know what I mean?
Well, for those shoes, it's a
Look
one
at these
spike.
shoes. This might be a whole inch. That might be
Anyone
a whole
shocked
inch.
by Dan not saying a dick? Like,
That's fair.
come on.
We're not doing feet. We're doing inches, though.
Exactly.
I'll go 7.5
Feet?
on
Who's
Did you say feet?
measuring their dick in feet?
ya. Girthmaster.
Okay.
One. Okay.
No, it's probably 1 a foot
Cool.
singular.
Circumference,
There's
right?
a whole website for people with that have FT after the dick size. You know what I mean?
All right. It's few and far between.
We're not on the site. I'm not saying it's us. What I'm saying is, we know a guy.
I'm sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
If my mom's watching.
What's your mom's name?
Carol.
I don't want to say it at this
Not
point.
her last one, just her
Suzanne.
first one.
You know her last name,
She
you
could have changed
dumbass.
it. No.
Wow.
People get divorced and shit.
I bet it's Leach. I'm just guessing.
Probably. There's odds are.
Yeah.
Odds are.
Hold on. Let me guess it. Starts with an M.
Martha.
Oh, wow. We went down the same path here.
Wow, that's a pretty old person name, I feel like.
This is a generation before us.
Oh, he's so young. We got to think.
Yeah,
way, his mom's like Jessica.
I could be your father.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You just headshotted my I got to call my mom
We
right now.
100% employ a psychopath.
Yeah,
and
we
I
do.
know we've known this for a while.
Long time.
We have, I feel like the amount it's proven here is startling.
He talked about disappearing
God.
someone's dog the other day.
How many possums have you murdered?
So many.
Actually,
So fucking many.
Brandon, within the last 8 months, told me a story about literally clubbing a possum.
God.
And he knows your mom's name.
He
First and
headshotted
last.
that on the first guess.
Julie's a younger name, I feel like.
Like, what's a hot mom name?
Oh my God.
So
Hold
that,
up.
That didn't
Wait,
get
you know
picked
that
up on
meme where the
mic.
guy's like, hold up.
Wait a minute.
Brandon goes, what would be a hot mom name?
Is your mom a pretty lady? You're allowed to say that.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
not. Yes, we're not going to talk about my mom, dude.
Yeah, we are.
I don't know. Dude, it's where it's your origin story.
Oh, are we doing the origin story now?
You have your whole life ahead of you, dude.
Still.
We know where it started and we know where it ends.
Yeah, it's in here.
It ends when that air tank explodes.
Yeah, it's in this.
And what was it called? What was the submarine called? The
U-571?
that
Oh,
imploded.
yeah, the
Oh, the
controller
Titan?
submarine.
The Titan.
Yeah.
That's going to tighten our asses in this room,
Wow.
dude.
Interestingly enough, Brandon.
No, that exploded. The Titan imploded.
I know, but just go with me.
All right, cool. Good news is
I'm
there's
not a
about
scientist.
200 pounds of air sitting over there, ready to go.
Brandon will get hit first. He'll die first.
Yeah, that's very well.
By milliseconds.
And you know what? That compressor won't even kill us. Brandon's body parts will just impale us to death.
Brandon turned into a frag grenade.
Yeah.
That's
Jesus.
what happened over there, dude.
Well, they got dark fast.
All right, dude. Tell us about your barrel pick adventures.
Okay. All right.
You've been to Short Barrel.
Fitting.
barrel.
You've been, yeah, it is. I assume you've lived there now. You left us to move.
I'm a little. I occupy a little corner in Short
In
Barrel's
Short
warehouse.
Barrel.
Yeah.
You've been to Short Barrel. You've been to Driftless.
Yeah,
You were
so-
going to River Roots, kind of.
God, dude. So it started back in August. So let's go way back to August.
Let's do it.
A goose.
August was a good month.
August was a good month. So
August is always a good month.
Yeah.
Just a nice month.
I hate
In
it.
Michigan.
Really?
I just
what?
hate the summer, dude.
It's not really summer is why it's
It's
well, it was
hot.
hot as shit here actually.
It was
this time.
hot.
That was when we had those
Yeah.
that 2 weeks of like 90.
Yeah, it really was. And normally it's not though. Normally it's like the very beginning of it's like really early fall and late summer. Normally that's a beautiful time
Everything's
to be
got
alive.
pushed back. So July used to be those like
You're
really
right.
hot months. Now it's August.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you hate August.
Hate August.
Okay.
Cool. Great.
I don't know what she did to you.
It's my birth month.
So what do we
Not a
start
big
with?
deal.
So end of July. All right. It's been great being here, guys. Had a great time.
How good's that second barrel king?
Oh, I'm drinking mine, which is better.
Okay.
Anyways,
Well, all right. And I spilled
Say
it
it, don't
everywhere.
spray it,
I
bitch.
sprayed it everywhere. All right. Anyways, for real, August.
I did it too. I
We'll go to-
literally
yeah,
just did it too.
That's karma.
Yeah. So end of July, I went to Dallas Whiskey Blendery. We did a little fun competition. So that's kind of where it all
What
started.
is that? Somebody just messaged us like yesterday and was like, "Have you been to this place?"
It's cool. I
What
mean,
is it?
like anybody from the public can go there and blend.
Okay.
I think there's like a membership type program, a la Barrel King, maybe.
Okay.
A little bit.
I do not mean this statement to be disrespectful. I'm gonna phrase this as a question. You can answer it. Have you been to Mattingly?
No.
Oh.
Okay, I wanted to know if it was Mattingly-esque or if it was different.
no.
And I don't mean
That's
anything
Willy
by
Wonka.
it.
I've heard.
It is,
I've
yeah.
heard. I've heard things. I've
Okay.
seen photos. I think it's a little different experience.
Okay.
Yeah. So we were there. We did this little competition, which was cool. They gave us 5 blind samples. We blended with them. We got top 10, but we did not get top 4. or
Who got
whatever.
top 1? Because that matters.
Someone better
Jason.
than us.
Oh, damn.
Anyways,
Was it a group that won?
and we're back.
Was it a group that won or was it? Oh, damn.
I think maybe cut that.
Hell no. I don't edit this.
Oh.
I'm leaving in
Bro,
the
this is
possum
just-
getting shot on this podcast.
This is just fuel on the fire, and it's
Yeah.
not even my fire. So
No,
I mean,
it
I
wasn't,
guess you
dude,
can leave
you
it.
didn't fuel it. You didn't throw the wood.
I've never thrown the wood, but
Sean's
anyways,
been throwing wood over here, dude.
I wish I could throw some fucking wood. Listen,
And so does your wife. God damn, dude. Like, Jesus.
that was better left unsaid. I'll be honest with you. Low hanging fruit over there.
Oh no.
Okay.
All right. So listen, you went and lost.
I don't-
What's after that? Dude, I don't know. You said that.
Listen, you're right.
I wouldn't have lost.
We've only gotten through one.
Okay.
I'm not trying to describe all of these, by
I
the
just
way.
wanted you to win. It's embarrassing that you didn't.
Yeah. I expect better out of you.
Was it somebody in the industry that blends professionally that beat you?
No.
Well,
It
that's
was-
even worse.
I have no idea who it
It
was.
was like 4 random strangers that they
Yeah.
didn't have a group. They're like, you guys can go in this
They've
group.
never met before.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It was like going to a tea time by yourself.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they go,
Cue
this,
all
is,
the-
this is who you're getting paired up with today.
Cue all the comments in the comment section that I'm your whipping boy. Anyways, let's keep it moving.
Okay, so you went to the whiskey
Dallas.
We went there.
blendery.
And the next thing I went to was you guys, Pours in the Park. And then from there we went.
Oh, yeah. We did that.
Yeah, that happened.
So you
Or
didn't
Bourbon in the Barn.
Really
sorry.
quick,
Yeah.
when you were there, you didn't make anything to sell. The blend thing. What happened to it?
I just have like a 375 of it.
Okay, so you.
It was
everybody
not
that-
a pick. It was just like this was the start of the travel.
Is this
Okay.
something that
phase.
you pay to go do?
Yes,
I
there
don't
was
know
an
anybody.
entry fee for this. It was, and it went to charity and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Which was cool. Yeah,
How much was it?
It's a lot
200, 500, $1,000
less.
Whoa.
It was 750.
Oh, and what do you get a 375 out of it?
Is that
And
out of like your
there-
entire team? Or
Yeah,
is-
it was the
okay.
whole team. So we only had
Oh,
3.
okay.
So we had a smaller team.
Okay,
But like I flew down and stuff, and it was just fun. It was like with one of the Patreon members, Jeb. If anybody in the Drums and Drams Patreon knows Jeb. He's hilarious. But we got to hang out.
is it Jeb Singleton?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
I
know
was gonna
Jeb?
say, yeah.
I know the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jeb, he's awesome. But anyway, so we went and we did that, and then Bourbon in the Barn, Driftless Glen, Hard Truth. What was after Hard Truth? Green River,
Okay,
and then there was something else in there too.
Did you get the
Short barrel?
Backbone. Oh no, yeah, Backbone.
Ooh, Nolan.
And then
guy.
we did Short Barrel. We've done another 3 or 4 river routes in that
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Also, I've gone up there 3 or 4 times. And
huge
then
river roots guy you are.
Yeah.
I love river
Well, it's
routes.
close for you too, right?
2 hours.
Yeah.
I can
That
do a day
doesn't
trip
hurt.
and
That doesn't
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah.
And they have cool barrels.
They
Like
do.
that's the nice part.
Well,
is-
they don't have like the most amount of barrels ever.
Yeah.
And they're constantly cycling through them so that like every time you get to go back there, they just have a new stock for you guys to look
That's
at.
fair.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
It is cool, and they do like Ryan over there seems to be willing to buy different shit.
yes.
Which gives you as somebody picking barrels a very different every time you go. It is extreme. I mean, obviously you picked a handful of 11-year-old ryes at this point, but when we were there with you that one time, it was like, here's Beam, here's Barton, here's
Yeah.
these ryes, here's this California distillate. Like there's wild shit
Here's
over
this
there.
weed juice that we got.
Yeah, here's a THC whiskey, basically.
they
it
threw
wasn't, but
some-
it feels like it.
They threw some rye in there. One of those barrels, the American single malt barrels. It was empty. They were going to give it to a brewery, but they're like, let's throw a couple bottles of rye in here and see what happens. And it cranked up to 156 proof or something. And they pulled it out, and it still tasted like weed,
Like weed,
basically. But it was kind of hilarious. Like
I mean,
it
that's
just shot up.
that stuff tastes exactly like weed.
I'm not a fan.
Sure.
But so many people are that I'm like, don't listen to my opinion on this. But it is out there whiskey for me. You,
You know
It
the
is
worst
wild.
thing? Someone goes, man, would hate to drink bong water though. And they go, oh, that just ruins it for me.
Does
Yep.
I was never like the bong guy. Like never had the bong water
No.
experience
Yeah.
situation.
Few and
Also
far between.
good
You don't
on
want
it.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what. Like
Yeah.
I don't even need to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That being said, you just named 15 places basically.
It was a lot of. So I have
You've been
7.
moving and grooving.
yeah.
Yeah, I have 7 weeks off in the summer, 7 or 8 weeks at the end of our orchestra season that we
From
play.
the xylophone situation.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
The orca season. He works at
Orca.
SeaWorld.
orcas and xylophones.
That's your whale noise?
Tell me that wasn't bad.
Not the worst.
It wasn't the worst
You know
one
what?
you've ever
Not
heard.
the worst animal noise you've thrown out on the channel.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
That's probably
You
true.
haven't heard my turkey yet. but
There is a lovely clip of Bob Does Sports. They're going down
Yes.
and they're trying to do turkey noises.
Yeah, FP.
And it is the worst I've ever heard.
It's
and
worse
I
than
thought,
me.
oh my God, Dan's not the worst
it's
at this.
FP's doing a turkey noise with something in front of his mouth.
He's going,
it was
"Ooh."
the worst.
Yeah, he
thing
did
I've
that.
ever seen, dude. And which means I'm incredible at
This
turkey
makes me
noises.
think that he's never heard a turkey before.
I was Me Too'd by a turkey.
Oh.
So on the
We're
record,
gonna just keep bringing this up, man.
I was
you gotta
beat
let it
to by
go.
one. I'll never let it. My
They
therapist said I
apologize. You
should
gotta let it
continuously
go.
live through it, dude. She said, "You know what, Elsa? Fuck that bitch. You continue to recycle that memory."
Let it go.
So, what was your favorite experience of all the things you just mentioned? Because it was a
Exactly.
lot. And don't say Evernorth because you're here. Just like actually pick your favorite
I
one.
wouldn't say Evernorth.
bitch.
Right,
Jesus.
exactly.
Yeah, that's probably
We gave you the worst barrels we had.
just spilled that all over my leg. All right.
There's an 18-year River Roots down there if you want to try that.
Looks like I
Yeah,
pissed
we got to get into
myself.
that.
Yeah, because that label looks so cool.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's about right. That's where
That's where the
that's where
dribble,
the P spot would
that's
be.
where the
yeah.
dribble would be.
yeah,
I thought it'd be closer to your knee. I just
It's halfway down my leg. Perfect.
What was my favorite? I don't know. Maybe
What's like the best pick experience that you had out of all those?
Whoever
You
did the
really
most
like
amount of
River
samples.
Roots. Yeah.
I love River Roots, but it's kind of cheating to say that. I feel like at this point because we've
Why?
done so many.
No, it's not.
I mean, I love River Roots because I get to go there and I feel like I know everybody that works there pretty
Yep.
well. We become friends.
Yep.
And there's kind of a rapport that we develop. So it's like I can pretty much go through anything that we want to go
Yeah.
through, which is like a rare thing. I feel like.
Yeah, it
And
is.
So one thing that happened, I did this when I was there, and then I also redid it on a live stream to check my work. I went up and they got 20 new barrels of 12-year rye, and they let me go through all of them, and I made a spreadsheet of tasting notes for every single barrel.
Most camp thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
we gotta get him
But-
to Starlight.
No.
They'll bury him.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
You won't leave.
I'll
No.
die.
They'll
I'll
build
die.
a hotel on premise.
Because like
I'll die.
What he's talking about was like cheating, saying it's like your favorite. Starlight's still one of my favorite.
would
didn't even
continuously say
go
that.
back. We didn't do one this year.
We're allowed to whenever
Yeah.
we are.
But I love going there. I
Yep.
love seeing the farm,
Yep.
knowing the people, having a great time there. Like, I don't want to be rude. It's not the best whiskey we get to pick from and like through the year. There's some of my favorite picks. The whiskey is great.
It's the best pick to
The
go on.
experience is fantastic.
Yep.
The people make it great. And every time we do a pick, you're like, that's fucking great.
Yeah.
But it's a great $65 pick every fucking
That's
time.
the thing. I don't think it's being rude. Listen, I don't. When people come here and do a barrel pick, and then we say that bottle is going to be $64.99 or whatever,
Yeah.
there's no expectation in my brain that the whiskeys here are going to be like, dude, if you ever get to go do a Stag Junior pick, this will be as
Yeah,
good.
that's fair.
Right. And I wouldn't take offense to that if they said, man, this wasn't as good as our whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it was like, you're not being, there's a way to be an asshole and say, you're not being an asshole about it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to be.
Starlight, most of their picks 5 to 6 years. I think that now there might be 7s and 8s or something,
nice.
like dabbling,
Yeah.
not a ton, but some. But we have a great experience every time. Like you said, the people are great. The place is
When we
great.
get to drive around in the summer and they're just like,
The farm.
eat the strawberries,
Yeah.
eat the peaches.
Yeah.
And we're just like, yeah,
That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's a cool spot. It really, I think you would be fine because I'm assuming you've become slightly more decisive since like the second or third.
You know,
thing we've
I've gotten
done.
way better at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
buddy, if you get,
We do picks in like
With all
45
due
minutes
respect,
now.
if you say
like, no
it-
joke.
That's fair.
Which is I feel every time I get through one, I look at the clock. I'm like, it was 45 minutes. Let's
Nailed
go.
it.
Come on.
Yeah.
if you're like, I got worse, and been like, hey, buddy,
Maybe it's not for you.
maybe
it's-
next time,
I love it
bring
'cause,
your
like-
wife, drop her off. You can go do whatever. She'll pick for you.
Dude, she just murdered a 15-year pick at River Roots.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, I got.
When you
this-
told me that you picked a 15-year at River Roots, and then you told me that Sarah picked a 15 at River Roots, I went, man, I would buy Sarah's without even talking to anybody.
Or, yeah, mine went back into the pool.
Into the
Yeah.
pool.
So I'm gonna go redo. I'm gonna mulligan that. No, I think like for all the picks, River Roots. I always love River Roots because they let me nerd out and do all that kind of
Yep.
stuff. Hard Truth, their grounds are beautiful.
Really?
Where are they at?
Like southern Indiana. It's
Okay.
it's in it's what is it? Brown County. It's like close to Columbus, Indiana. I think.
Man, we could do Starlight and Hard Truth.
In like a
Like
trip.
in one
Yes.
trip. Yeah.
Yes, dude. Hard Truth. Their ryes are legit right now.
I've
These spiral
heard
cuts
so
are
many
legit.
people speaking so highly of them lately.
And
What'd you
can
get from them?
a 5-year spiral cut sweet mash rye, $65.
Oh. Did it
Oh,
go
shit.
into the spiral cut?
It was all
Or
the
is it
whole time.
doubled?
The whole time in
Okay.
spiral cut. So they say that there's like a lull period in the first like couple years where it's just like sludgy and horrible, and then it just like rounds itself out. And I think it's because spiral cuts you expose to green wood and also charred wood at
Yeah.
the same time.
Yeah.
So I think it needs that time to even
Yeah.
out.
Wait, how old's the pick?
5 years.
Oh, okay.
5 years,
So
2
I had
months.
plenty of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So for people that don't know, spiral cuts are charred and then cut afterwards. So they do a spiral around the barrel.
Like
so
a
you're,
slinky.
Yeah, so you're exposing it to like non-charred oak, and then you got the entire charred bits that stay. So
Yeah.
yeah, you get a weird profile, And what we've heard out of those is they take a lot longer to develop the the profile that you're
then
looking
wave
for.
stave.
Yeah.
The comparison was
So
to
wave save is cut and then charred.
Right. Let me ask you guys, like, for your wave stave stuff, because those experimentals being second use wave staves, I love that profile because it's a little more gentle on the whiskey. Do you hang on to your wave staves out here? Like,
We haven't dumped any of our wave staves.
Okay.
Well, we dumped 195.5. That's
Yeah.
the only wave stave we've
but
dumped.
like the experimentals, for instance.
Huh? Some of those wave staves are first use. That's true, and then some of them are second use.
Well, they'll be, but after you dump them, they'll be. I'm saying like
Yes.
they will have only been used once.
I don't know.
But what I'm saying is like,
Like
the,
today, we're gonna take the Kelvin. Now it's not a wave save, but it is a secondary barrel. But we bought new Kelvins, like
Yeah.
for us. One of the store pick that we're gonna go deliver today, they picked a Kelvin and they want the barrel from it.
Right.
So we'll take that Kelvin over and drop the barrel with the bottles for them. You know what I mean?
But my question is like the experimental wave stave that I picked that you dumped. Do you keep that barrel? Because I think
Sometimes.
reusing that barrel. Because I love wave staves, but I think like a new wave stave is like a lot.
It's
for
not.
me.
It's only a lot for like a year.
They die down really fast.
Okay.
Like you gotta like after ISC says that after 18 months it turns it back into a normal barrel.
Okay.
So ISC is the people who make wave stave and spiral cuts, and I don't know. I didn't read anything about the spiral cuts. Brandon was the one that read the 18-month rule or whatever. But the 18-month thing with the wave staves is it's super aggressive and obviously really intense for especially like 2-3 months. But after 18 months, it's just a traditional American oak again.
So you got to figure all those little cuts get saturated super fast. So you really you come on hot and fast with that oak profile because it's opened up so many more channels in that oak. But after the first year or whatever, it's already spent all that. There's nothing in between the cuts. Everything's been moved in and out.
The Bourbon 6, like that was in that wave stave for 5 years, 6 years. You know, like it's been in there for so long.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
You're talking right.
That it becomes like one of these things where it's like, that's just a barrel again. You know, this is just American oak still at its core or whatever. But you got to go to Starlight, dude.
Yeah,
we should go
I do need to go to
we should go
Starlight.
do a pick. At
I got to be
Starlight.
honest, man. Like
I love that
everybody
place.
dropped theirs at the same time and they didn't sell.
It's too much.
It was too much.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to go at a time where the
Maybe in
market's
Blue Run.
saturated.
That's fair.
Like it does worry me because we have like 350 people right now on the Patreon, like paid members. It's growing, which is great, but I still have to be careful. Yeah.
Well, you
can't-
just want to like make the right decision, dude. I posted a poll on our Patreon, man, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
That was like, do you guys want a Starlight pick? Because it is like a question of, is this like overly saturated? Now, like this, because everybody seems to, when you do picks throughout the year, everybody seems to wait until the end of the year to dump them, right?
Yeah.
And so then everything comes crashing out at the end of the year. And now we have a different balance of our own shit, which I would rather sell our own shit than somebody's barrel pick. But that being said, and with all due respect to fucking us, we can pick better barrels than we have sometimes, right?
Right.
So we
A lot
go
of
to
times.
Jack Daniels and we pick 2 barrel proof rye. We love those a lot. And so if we can pick those, of course we're going to go do that still, or we get to go and pick a 1792 full proof, or we get to pick whatever, right? The 2 Ben Holidays we picked, I think are better than a shit ton of the whiskey we have, if not most of it.
Really?
Which we just got texted about.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I didn't even see it yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan just texted us about.
Are the Ben Holidays in?
Yeah. I think
Oh, shit. Okay.
Cool.
So so I do think it's still worth going and doing picks.
1,000%.
You found, in my opinion, like for our circle, you found River Roots. Like Matt found Barrel King.
Yep.
You found River Roots.
Yeah.
Like people find these places that are really cool to go to.
Yeah.
Because they have cool shit, or they have cool barrels, or they have a cool. Jared does like legacy finishing. River Roots buys wild shit. You know what I mean? Like Hard Truth has, it's all sweet mash, and then they use spiral cut, and like different people are doing different things, and they're smaller brands. It's really cool to go find cool shit at these places.
Yeah, it is.
When we went to Backbone, and I'm sure you had a similar experience, but when we went to Backbone,
Nolan was great.
we tried 12 different whiskeys entirely to start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Sean likes the Irish that's been double barreled into New American Oak. I like
Wild.
these wave
I love
staves. And so then I go down the wave stave rabbit hole with Nolan. Sean
Little
goes down the
dusty chunky.
Irish rabbit hole with Nolan.
Yeah.
And so it's just like there are these brands doing really cool things, which give you different experiences at each barrel pick. And you show up somewhere and they're like, here's your 4 barrels, man. You're like,
It's a little underwhelming.
they better
Yeah.
be good.
They better be good.
I would say no shade here, but like the new riff experience is like I don't want to do that.
Is it similar? Is it one of those?
You show up, they give you a sheet, they go pick 4 off this list of like tasting notes that we've laid out for you guys.
Okay.
Hopefully it matches up.
My biggest question with them
And
is
it doesn't,
why,
by the way.
Well, my
It
biggest
does not.
question with them is like, why not put some 5, 6, 7, 8 year in your barrel program?
Oh, especially because those barrels are monsters.
They're monsters.
New Riff has some of the best whiskey on
I
the
don't
planet.
really like a
Yeah.
lot of their
As
4 year.
a craft, I'm a like in quotes.
What's
craft
wild
distillery.
is the last time we were there, it was like 2 years ago, and they were like, we're stepping up age on all of our pick program right now. And I was like, fuck
Really?
Yeah, I'd love to hear that. Well, they said that 2 years ago.
It's
Oh,
still
man.
4 and 5.
You know what? I messaged Ryan Elvis. He goes, "You want a 4-year barrel pick?" I go, "What?" They said they're getting older. He goes, "No, they're not."
The
that
problem is
sucks.
everybody's trying, right? Starlight has mentioned that to us in the past too. That their
They
goal.
are. They're stepping up a little bit. in
I know,
age.
but it just. I think
it takes time.
I think that's the problem. I think our expectation is you say you're 7 up, it's been a year. So now they're 5 or now they're
Right.
6.
Yeah.
I think the realistic expectation is we still have to do them in the meantime.
Right.
Yeah.
While we continue to build that stock that you want.
Yeah, we can
We
only
have
give
to
half
continue,
the stock.
right? So when you come
Yeah.
out and we still give you a 4 or 5 year and it's been 2 years, in 5 years we'll have maybe 7. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think
Well,
that's
I think we're understanding it more now on the production side of stuff. Where it was like, well, some of those barrels we have to hold on to.
sure.
Like they can't always just get ripped out.
Yeah.
Like they need to go another year. They need to stay.
Or
in the
we need
program.
them. Yeah. Or we just need them. I think
Yeah.
like when you go to Legacy would be like a really good example because when you go and do a Legacy pick and you're like, you don't have better well, of course they have better barrels than
course.
what you're being offered. I mean, man, I'm very
And then
happy
you
with
see
our
Weller
Russells, but-
Millennium drop. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, that makes sense.
But like when
Yeah.
you go to Buffalo Trace, they put 4 out for you, and you're like, and let's just say that maybe the last 2 times ago, whatever it was, you get 4 samples. 2 of the barrels we got weren't even good
Yeah.
of the 4, and it was like these
That's the
aren't even
Buffalo Trace
things.
pick.
Is that might
I
have
think
been
it was
the
the
pick?
Buffalo Trace pick.
2 of the barrels were immediate. Like we can get rid of these. What the fuck?
It was
You know
the
what I mean?
fastest pick we've ever done there.
But it's not that Buffalo Trace doesn't have better barrels. It's that they cannot possibly manage
How could they?
Million
every
barrels, yeah.
individual group that comes through. They do 4 picks a day, 3 picks a day, whatever it is. All of you get the best barrels we own. That's not how it works.
There's no way.
We need BTAC this year or every year. You know, we need Weller CYPB. We need whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, all of the things in your pick program are just on profile enough for your pick program that you're willing to put them in.
And the other thing is like, you know, if you go back 3, 4, 5 years, Russell's picks, there were some like 13-year picks floating around.
Yes.
12s like were 11, 12, you know, a little more common, 13 probably a little less common. But I think if you open up to a certain group that you're like really close with to do one of those picks, then everybody else goes, well, I want a 12-year pick. So it's just like, I understand from New Riff's perspective, if they're going to put out like, if they let 3 people come in this year and do a 6-year pick, everyone's going to bitch and try to get a 6-year pick.
Yep.
So I get
We
it.
had it happen with 13th Colony. We were really fortunate to get the barrels to drink
were.
that we had.
Love those guys.
And they rolled out the red carpet and they treated us great. And it was an incredible time. That being said, I know somebody else that went there and complained to them while they were there
Okay.
that they didn't get 10
Older.
and 9 to 11 year barrels, right? And it's one of those things where it's also like, I'm going to be full transparency. We would do the same. If you came here to pick a barrel because we're buddies, we would roll out specific barrels
Sure.
in
Yeah.
a program for you that if a stranger came here that we had no relationship with or didn't know them, they wouldn't get maybe the greatest barrel we own if we knew you were coming.
But
You know what I'm saying?
especially if
Well, we've kind of done that already.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I said we
especially-
would do that.
There's
I-
already been like a couple barrels where like
They can't be in the
They-
pick program
yeah.
right now. They
because
just
we're
can't.
like, hey, it's a fine balance of we need product and other people want picks. We have to hold back certain barrels that we know are good because we're going to be bottling them or blending or doing something with them. It's like, we can't give that away.
It's like
too
the
good.
first Michigan store pick. Like this is the first store that comes through. And it's like that bottle has to be a good bottle of whiskey.
Great.
It has to be.
Yeah.
And there are bottles.
It's really good.
There's like 99.9% of the time we aren't going through shit we wouldn't put our label on anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Like if we go through 12 barrels, it's like unless we taste one we didn't know how it tasted. But there's not a lot that we would go through and be like, we're not going to put our name on that because it's so bad.
Yeah.
So you're going to go through 12 barrels or whatever that we think would be appropriate, probably for the most part.
So here's my conspiracy theory right now.
Let's
like when
go.
you go to Buffalo Trace, they throw 1 or 2 of those barrels in there. They're like, we don't care. Just hopefully someone picks that.
I mean, it's possible.
Because we had a couple of
doesn't
barrels
hurt
out there.
them.
We're like, maybe someone will like that. throw in the pick program.
Well, that it is, but there we have barrels out there that we would not bottle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
that's
that,
what I'm saying.
like the cedar bomb.
Yeah, like the nasty shit we tasted upstairs.
Whatever
today.
that was.
It tastes like Malort. It
It
tastes like
It tastes
fucking
like Malort.
And like
It's that bad right now?
It's that bad,
Dude, it was
but it won't leave your mouth.
It was
It will
hateful.
not leave.
it was
I drank cold brew and then drank whiskey, and I could still taste the bitter from the barrel.
It was like botanicals and shit
Yes.
in your mouth.
It's awful. It's worse than it's ever been. But like that, we wouldn't, even if like, let's say that today you actually came here to do a pick and we were going to go through all these barrels and you tasted that, we would be like, even if you love that, we'd be like, you can take some, but we're not putting a label on that.
We
You know what I mean?
we have those barrels. We gave you samples.
Yeah.
of
No, he
them.
took a bottle of 750 home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of,
But
out
it
there in
wasn't
the barrel house.
But it wasn't with those staves or whatever in that.
No, it wasn't with the chain oak. No.
Yeah.
It is
But
a
we-
nightmare right now.
yeah, we have barrels that we're like, we'll never do probably anything with.
No, we won't put our, we just,
Maybe
listen,
like
it doesn't benefit us to put our
6
name on
years.
bad shit.
Right.
And
That's true.
it doesn't benefit us to somebody come here to do a pick and you get bad barrels.
Yeah.
But there is a time and a place when stores want to sell bourbon because bourbon's easier to sell than rye or American whiskey. And
Yeah.
so we were going through all of our bourbon barrels the other day talking about we need to have bourbon barrels for these people who come and do picks because they're stores.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's easier for a whiskey tube channel to sell a barrel of whiskey than it is a store, right?
A rye specifically.
And so,
Yeah.
or an American. And so it just comes down to one of those things where it's like we have these stores coming. One of them 100% wanted it to be a bourbon label, right?
Yep.
So it's like we need to have bourbons that we would be proud of it being in a store. So when somebody walks in there and sees it for the first time ever and has no idea who we are or any of the shit we're doing, when they walk in and see it and they buy it, we need them to take it home and go, man, I hope I can buy another one of those someday.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't, it's so impactful. That's the first introduction we have to that human, right?
it's bigger for us than like Buffalo Trace doesn't give a fuck.
They don't
you,
need
You can
that
pick the
anymore.
most off-profile
Yeah.
Buffalo Trace pick ever, and you're like, man, it's just like barbecue lays,
Sure.
like anything weird, and you're like, that's wild.
Yeah.
No one's ever gonna be like, well, that's gonna impact our sales.
No, they don't need the, they're just
I don't
fine.
know. So I listened to a podcast yesterday with it was Bourbon Pursuit from 2017.
Okay.
And the reason is because Bo Beckman, who was the barrel manager there for a while, he's going to be there tomorrow morning when we do the River Roots 16-year stuff.
Nice.
So he's going to be there with us. But I've never met him. But Ryan from River Roots sent me this podcast to listen to, and he was talking about it. And this was at the time where I think he had just transitioned up, and someone else took his spot as running picks. Okay. Like maybe he moved into more of like a manager role or something. But he was saying that like, if people come in and they ask for like, hey, we want an off-profile Buffalo Trace, they're like, can you accommodate that? And his answer is like, no.
Right.
Like, no, we go through a tasting panel.
Yeah.
They just weed out what they don't want, which is going to be the off-profile stuff.
Yeah.
So everything's just going to be on profile.
Yep.
So you get it in the store, and it's like, it's a fairway barrel. You know, like
Well, and the other difference is when you
I get
have
it.
60,000 barrels, there are
Yeah.
unlimited amounts of
Yeah.
on-profile and off-profile Buffalo Trace barrels.
Man, that's such a low.
I know,
low
but
estimate.
no, but even
Yeah.
at that, that's not even an estimate. At that, think about having 60,000 barrels.
like one
Oh,
Rick
yeah.
House.
you don't have to look for shit.
No,
You're like, no, that
Yeah.
whole thing is they're all on profile.
And he
All
said
of
like
those.
they'll give have 100 barrels, and they're gonna go into production like
Yeah,
for
exactly.
a Buffalo Trace blend. And they just randomly pick 20.
Yep.
And those 20 go to the tasting panel. The other 80, no one even knows what they taste like. They just go into the blend.
Yep.
yeah.
It's like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
How else at scale do you do that?
I mean, it's like Jack Daniels.
yeah, you
Look
don't.
at Old Number 7.
Yeah.
Their blends are 200 to 300 barrels. In fucking sane. We have like 200 barrels on premise.
right.
That's their blend for one batch of Old
It's
Number
like 2
7.
hours of production for them.
Yeah. They just drop them all in, throw it in, and go, hey, tasting panel, does this taste like Old Number 7? They go, no. What does it need? All right, cool. We'll take these barrels that we know have a certain profile, blend it on in. Does it meet it? Yes or no? No? We'll keep blending. They'll get up to 500 barrels, they said, before they hit a hard stop, and they're like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, we need to figure this out.
Yep.
Wow.
It's just I was talking to somebody the other day on Discord about it, but they were like, well, I think that the new Russell's single rick is like a smaller, and this was all like hypotheticals. They're like, we think the new Russell single rick is a smaller release than all the previous ones. And they're like, probably because of the whiskey. And I'm like, no. Don't ever get it twisted. Wild Turkey's releases are as big as they want them to be.
Yeah.
Always. Because Wild Turkey has enough whiskey in any rick house for it to be as big as they want it to
Yeah,
be.
you think the legacies, they're one of them that they can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
If they have
on scale.
30,000 to 50,000 or whatever in a rick house,
Yeah.
100 barrels.
You got a
is
couple of those. Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Well, and you're talking about, most like limited-esque releases are in the bottle range of what you just mentioned, right? So most of the George T. Stagg's 40,000 bottles a year or something like that, right? So
What's
it
the big?
comes down to like, if they wanted that to be 80,000, they could
do
figure
it.
out how to
Yeah.
do that in the next 2 or 3 years, I
Yeah,
imagine.
totally.
Like Russell's 15 was as big as Russell's 15. This is as their marketing or sales or somebody decided it was going to
Well,
be.
it's
right?
like Greg Matt's talking about how big is this release? And he goes, well, that's what marketing told me to be like at.
Yep. Sales team said that
they
we
said
need
this many
40,000
bottles. I make that many bottles.
Yep. It is as simple as that for brand. When you have so many barrels that it just doesn't matter anymore, which is a beautiful thing for them, and it's a beautiful thing
Insane to
as a
think about,
consumer
though.
if the whiskey's good. So
Yeah.
truthfully,
Yeah.
It is insane to think about is, hey, we are projecting a 40,000 bottle like sale for this. Just make that happen.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. Yep. Every year, George T. Stagg.
The new single Rick. I watched your video on it.
Smack
Damn.
my ass. Call me
So
daddy.
I had it the other night on a
Oh,
live
here
stream.
we go. Pretentious.
No. Listen,
Can't wait.
the palate and finish are insane.
Okay, here we go. But
Insane.
Say
The
but
nose.
next.
The nose.
You had water in between.
It smells like really tight and like young on the nose to me. And the palate and finish are nuts.
You think young?
Like because it's so alcoholic. It smells like hot, is what I'm saying. Like, which makes me feel like it's kind of young.
I remember my first.
My
whiskey.
eyes twitching right now.
No, dude.
remember your first whiskey?
Listen,
Was it Wild Turkey 101? What was it?
but the palate and finish are
Jack
nuts.
Daniels.
This was
Also,
Cam's first
you guys
one.
are. Oh, all right, I'm just gonna bitch at you about your reviews now.
No, that's
That has
fine.
banana on it. What is?
What
it?
is that?
That's my wheat.
Oh,
That's
oh
the
my
PX.
gosh, it has banana on it.
It's 100% my wheat.
Which is wild because he keeps saying American Fork has banana moon pie on it,
Oh,
and I just
yeah.
guess they had banana. That's fucking wild.
No.
So let's
Anyway,
talk about
sorry.
Little Book Infinite now.
Holy
My
shit!
God. That might be
You guys are.
It just, that review just dropped today.
Oh, did it
Say
really?
it's not good, dude. Do it.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I will.
You're an idiot.
Wait, what?
I'm-
Wait,
the
whoa,
finish.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay, here we go. Here's
Bottle's
another one.
the same height
Wait,
as
seriously?
Cam.
You don't like
Let
it?
me. Well,
IRL.
Let me explain.
Wait. Honestly, you don't like it.
I honestly don't like it.
Wait.
It's flat and
One
it's
more
a mess.
wait. Did you? Holy shit! You're
The
an idiot.
finish is the best finish I've had on a whiskey this year.
Okay, well that would.
The finish ramps up and you get this crazy leather oaky insaneness. The nose is totally disjunct, doesn't work.
What the,
palate-
actual
the
fuck,
palate
dude? I
ain't
had to
it.
pick up
Did
my
you
jaw.
fresh crack it and just?
I got a
drink it?
sample. I got a
So
sample.
it takes
So
about
it's not a
2
fresh
weeks.
crack.
2 weeks.
Did
to
you
open up.
review a sample?
I haven't reviewed it yet. I just tasted it on a live stream.
Are you 100% sure it's correct?
Yes.
100% sure the sample bottle was right?
100% sure. 100%
Was
sure.
clean?
Yeah, I got a Booker's Reserve sample.
Uh-huh.
I got the Little Book and I got a Jim Beam 20 from the Bardstown collection.
Can I tell you the problem?
The Little Book is not it, dude.
Yeah, it's about 5'7.25". That's the problem. What?
This has been a great show. Thank
Buddy.
you guys.
For having me.
Thank you.
I want you to
honestly-
know that you're wrong. And then
Real talk, I think it's like my top 5 whiskey of the year right now.
It
Dude,
is
I think if
100%
I think if I
five.
blinded you with it, I think you would shit all over
I
it.
think
No.
I really do.
You
Dude, we gotta do a video soon.
That's fine.
Yes.
I think right now it might be the most complex whiskey we've reviewed this year.
Bro, it's got to be a laser
What?
code issue then.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Now this is where we end
Here
it.
we fucking
dead.
go. Listen, what you got to understand is we had, and I'm not placing any blame. I'm not even saying this is what happened to you. I'm just saying this has happened. And there's a reason we don't review samples because okay, so we went to Ben Holiday and we each picked our own barrel. Sean liked the one, I liked the different one.
Loved it.
They let us pick the two, right? Both high rye bourbons, not weeded, not whatever. Ben Holiday sends us samples in their little jugs.
Did they mess it up?
So
No.
we thought so initially. So the samples come in. They're at my house, and I taste both of them. Like these aren't our barrels.
We can
Because
just say
there's-
awful.
There's
They were-
no way.
They were awful
There's no
samples.
way. So then we're here one day, and neither of these two knew that they had even sent us samples.
Okay.
Right? Because we didn't take any with us when we left. So they were out there labeling, and I pour glasses for each of them, and I go, just pick one and pick your favorite, and you have no idea what they are because you can't know. You just won't know.
Yeah.
They both guessed weeded bourbons.
Yeah.
They both were like, these are undrinkable. Like something's fucking wrong.
Oh wow.
there are Ben Holiday picks. Well, Sean and I weren't drunk when we picked them. We actually picked sample 2 and 4 or some shit.
I wonder if the samples got tainted though in those bottles.
Right.
Yeah.
So
100% what's
often,
happened.
so what happened was Sean's actually cleaned up just fine. Sean's is great now.
Yeah.
Mine still tastes like shit. And Ryan has a full bottle of mine because he sent me a picture of a 750 ml the other night and goes, "You're fucking crazy. This is awesome."
Okay.
And I'm like,
They
I
had other
believe
people
you.
try it. Yeah.
And they all the people that tried
They
it
were just at Ben
said
Holiday.
it was awesome.
Had people try it, and Rarebird was there and goes, "If I could pick that, I would pick that over anything we tried
He would have
today."
picked mine. He said. He literally said that barrel's better than anything I
So
tried.
sample
today."
bottles get a little fucky.
So I will
Dude,
say,
mine's still undrinkable.
well,
out
no,
there.
I, is it here? Okay, I want to
yeah.
try it. But
No, you
what
don't
I
want
will
to do
say
that.
is sample
Tastes like
bottles
chlorine.
taste like what?
Chlorine.
Okay. Yes. So sample bottles, those top white parts in the sample bottles,
These have corks in them.
they have
Yeah.
corks.
Yep. They're
What?
corked.
Something happened.
There's
Oh,
just-
that's fucked up.
There's
then.
just something with it happens. You get a
yeah.
something
But
happened.
this Little Book Infinite, there's no taint. There's no. Nice.
I can't believe you don't like that. Honestly, like truly,
especially because you're a nut fan.
I bet it comes top
I'm not
five
the
for
biggest
us.
nut fan.
You're a nut guy.
I did a pick called Going Nuts.
Yeah. You like Beam.
You're a
dude.
nut gobbler.
I like Sunbeam. It just depends.
You're a nut gobbler. You're right. You say
Goblin.
goblin? Oh, my
Goblin.
bad.
Not
Wow,
yeah,
you-
Goblin would be better than Gobbler.
He said goblin. I said
no,
gobbler.
Do your
Oh,
turkey impression, Dan.
That's his that's his PTSD from the turkey.
Yeah, dude. He was trying to gobble my nuts.
Man, he was making you gobble his.
Okay, really quick.
Look at that freaking
That is
label.
the coolest.
So this
That is
is
such a cool
We're
label.
real big fans of black and gold.
I love that.
so this is
I'm not holding it straight.
this is 18-year MGP 36 rye.
Story of your life.
This is five. This is
Hangs a little left.
5 short barrels.
Oh, it's a blend.
It's 5 short barrels that only yielded like 170 bottles
Out of 5 barrels,
out of 5 barrels.
I would be irate.
Yeah, but this went. This
Ryan
went to
loses his ass on this.
no. This went.
How much
into,
was
he
this?
bought-
$500.
He no, 275. He bought this in a stainless tank. This was already tanked before he got it.
But it was tanked at 18.
Tanked at 18.
Years, and it's five
Last year.
bottles, or
Last
5
year.
barrels.
117 proofish.
119.
117.91.
Oh, was it 179?
Oh, that's weird.
I was dyslexic.
Well, someone's a real fucking liar too.
Why?
What? That second digit?
This always bothers Sean.
Yeah, it does.
What, 0.91?
Yeah.
Because then that's at 0.005 on the.
Well,
We could write it too. Sean just doesn't trust it is the issue.
right.
well, the problem is you could take the exact same whiskey,
Oh my.
prove it 5 times, and get a floating digit every time.
Yeah.
The last one.
Yeah, you smell that and you're like, all right, here we are.
My.
And,
Unless
and that
you
bottle
have-
needs air too, and it's gotten air now.
Unless you have like the $20,000 unit that does it.
So we actually proved something at the broker that we just picked,
Yeah.
some of the 15 years. And then we took it to River Roots and it was 10 proof points low up there. But one of them was the same. There was a 130 proof short barrel, same at both places. The other ones were all 10 lower. And I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And it said it was like 114. There's no way this whiskey was 114. I proved it at 124 at the broker. Anyways, I just don't know what's going on. It's like, what do I believe in? The unit, same thing you guys have. It's weird.
So that one, I would believe the shit out of that one. Like not the second digit or anything. So unless it's displaying a third digit, don't believe the second.
Okay.
If there's 2, believe the first one.
Right.
So if it says 0.18, 0.2.
Right.
It's gray. If it says 0.11, it's 0.1.
Yeah.
But if it says 0.113, you're like, that's 0.11. All right. That thing believes it.
I think Dan just had a religious
Dan
experience.
is actually not here with us right now.
Oh, I couldn't give 2 fucks about this decimal point bullshit.
Yeah.
You're allowed to be 2% off, dude.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter at all.
You can get wild with
that
it. So that-
0.91 could be 0.0 nothing, and 0.91's within fucking spec. So I don't care at all about the fucking decimal
Yeah.
point. That whiskey,
It just bothers
I
me.
would let it fuck me.
It's, whoa. I mean, it's 18.
Okay, well, it wasn't an age situation. Gosh,
Should be.
dude.
All right, preferences.
Oh, jeez.
Easy, Drake.
Fuck, man. You're the one that said it. That whiskey
If it
is
was 6, would you let it fuck you?
ridiculous.
That
dude.
is ridiculous whiskey.
Holy shit.
If that wasn't such a small release, that's like top.
How did you get it? No, I know how
I
you
don't
got
know
it
how
because
I
your
got it.
everybody was with
Sorry.
Brian.
Man,
How-
did that
how
feel
did-
so disrespectful.
How do you
What?
how did people buy
He's
this?
like, how did you get this?
How did people buy this?
It was an online drop.
Was there a newsletter?
It was in the Facebook group.
River Roots Facebook group?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be joining that. What the fuck is that shit?
That's crazy. If that wasn't such a small release, that's a top 3 whiskey of the year to me.
You have
It's at there with Russell's and Old Forester.
Sean
Or
just
Old,
kicked the
Old Fitz,
camera.
I mean 13.
The,
Let me check your camera
That whole
here.
thing just moved. Did you?
I think you're good.
Do you have when you do whiskey of the year? You care how big the?
I am going to care this
Yield
year.
is?
But otherwise, this would be in the top.
What's your bottom?
I think it's probably going to have to be like 500 bottles.
Okay,
Oh,
so
like a tote.
I was at like a
Tiny.
single
Like a
barrel.
tote.
Okay. A tote's way more than 500 bottles.
900? Or maybe I'm thinking
Like
half tote.
1,000-ish, yeah.
I'm thinking half
Oh, a
tote.
tote is
Like 1,000-ish.
well, a small tote's like 275.
Nobody
gallons.
sells those. Nobody sells the small totes. Nobody buys.
275.
I know, but nobody puts whiskey in those little gals. They don't
like
sell them in those little gals.
Seal Box did a
What
tote.
do they do? 500s?
They're normally about 1,000 bottles. I just know the. I didn't know the yield.
That'd
I
be a
don't know the.
275 gallon
Okay.
tote. Yeah,
Okay.
I think
That's 1,000 bottles.
yeah,
275 gallons.
5 to a gallon. So yeah,
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
well, a fifth.
So yeah, that's a normal tote.
Yeah,
That would be like
275.
industry standard.
yeah.
So I think.
So like what our small tank out there, the small
Exodus
steel
tank?
one is like 275, I think.
The Exodus tank.
Yeah,
That's 300 and change.
gallons.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's bigger than the Night Stalker 3 tank.
That one's 1,000 liters.
Yeah. So it's
Which is-
200 gallons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 275 would be bigger than that,
I know. I really think
which
that,
is a lot of bottles.
I think that's 300 and change. How big is our big gal? 500 and something?
I have to look it up.
Nobody fucking cares about this.
No.
No.
Well,
Nobody.
the,
Not
the
even a
problem is
little.
we live in America and we got the Nate Bargatze fucking SNL stand up who was like, all right, we're gonna use the mile in the foot. And they're like, yeah. How many feet to a mile is 5,280? Of course, my boy.
yeah. I love all the shit where it's like we measure in bald eagles and cheeseburgers and stuff.
It kind of feels like it
I
right
love
now
that.
when we're trying to do this.
Yeah.
And it's like we use a 750, which is mils, instead of just now we have to convert it to
We're cutting to
gallons.
700 mils, dude. We almost bought 8 pallets. Nobody knows this on the planet except me. We almost bought 8 pallets of 70
Centiliter?
CL
Yeah.
Centiliter.
bottles,
Let's
which
go.
is 700 mils.
Let's go.
Almost did that.
No, I know.
No, you didn't know that.
No, I know that 700
Oh,
centiliters.
Yeah,
funny.
and I was like, "Hey, can you confirm that those are 750 mil?" And they go, "Those are 70 CLs." And I go, "Don't ship them then, because that's not what the fuck we order."
Yeah.
That whiskey's ungodly.
Yeah, it is.
This whiskey is. You said how many bottles? 175.
It's like 170.
You're going to
175.
limit a 500. What's the 500? Why? What's the reason?
I think
Do you think those 500 people will watch you and relate to you?
I know that like 2 of them will at most.
Yeah, they will. Those pretentious
the
douchebags.
Dude, that
dorks,
is-
the real dorks in the chat.
Honestly, this is dank. Like,
It
it's
is.
heavy.
It's heavy.
It's woody.
This is what 36 Rye is meant to be like.
Yeah.
It is.
It smells like. Have you had those Rebecca Creek 16s?
This reminds me of my Barrel King
One
single
of
barrel.
them.
Go ahead. What'd you say?
Oh, my God. This is, wow. I didn't even want to rebut that. It's fine. Go ahead, Kim.
No, I was just gonna say it reminds me of the Rebecca Creek 16s. Lower proof.
This
but-
is better than those, though.
This is more rounded. Those
Yeah.
are just more in your face.
This is better than those. I only had one, but this is better than the one that
What's
I
the proof
tasted.
on that?
117.91.
The one you read out loud earlier when you were correcting Cam and then bitched about the 0.91.
Man, that drink's like, wow.
My God. dude. That conversation could not have been 5 minutes ago. It couldn't have been.
I
Where
don't know.
Sean was mad about the 0.91
And then
Well,
he,
that's different.
and then forgot about
forgot
the
the
proof.
First 3 digits,
and then
yeah.
forgot it.
That drink's like water.
That's nice.
in a bad way.
No,
Like, I want to proof that.
To me, I don't think it drinks that low.
I don't either.
I don't think it drinks that low.
I think it drinks about a 117.
0.91.
I'd say, dude, I thought 115 initially, truthfully. So, but
Yeah, that's good
proof of my
stuff.
proofometer could be busted as shit, dude. We ain't been doing no Matt Madness stuff.
Yeah,
Well, that,
That's not happening. We all agree.
I don't know, man.
We all love Matt. That can be on the record. There
I
ain't
would-
no way this is
at this
Matt's
happening.
point-
broken now.
at this
What?
point, let's just
Matt's
start.
broken.
Oh yeah, he blew his bicep out bowling.
Bowling.
Yeah, dude.
Do you know that?
I do know that.
Did you hear the doctor say, "I've never seen
never seen a
somebody
bowling
injured
trauma."
from bowling"?
Yeah, that's funny.
But you can't be on. You can't be doing drugs. You can't be a steroid monster. Matt's a monster, dude. You can't be a steroid man and be blowing biceps out bowling. You know what I mean? You can't be.
I don't know. Maybe you just
I've seen the most unathletic people.
I've seen the most. Sorry.
Unathletic people. Hey, whoa,
God.
whoa. Hey, every now and then I got a speech impediment.
That was
Every
the
now-
hardest that Sean's ever had a lisp ever in his life. Dude.
Anyways, the most unathletic people I've ever seen in my life bowl,
Yeah, that's fair.
like for years.
Yeah.
In a league, just years and years. They
It's
keep
a
showing
drinking
up.
game, yeah.
And Matt blew his bicep out bowling.
Reeled it right up.
I
apparently.
texted him. I said, "You better got a strike."
Did he?
Oh.
What did he say?
He picked up a spare on that one.
Well, that's not good enough, is it?
Well, now he's left-handed, so
Now he's not going to be bowling very well at all.
Let's just take the arm
Poor
off. We just got to
Matt,
take the
dude.
arm off.
oh
They
no,
said no surgery or anything. He's good.
Yeah,
We just got to unroll your tendon,
Yeah. No, apparently
Let's
it'll
just-
kind of do it itself, maybe.
which is crazy.
Which is insane. We're like lizards, dude.
have you seen those like videos of people like doing mixed grip?
Yep. And it go, shoop.
Oh, stop, dude!
It looks
you ever seen a
gross.
patella shoot up someone's leg?
No. I'm good on that.
Watching a bicep tendon literally throw
Oh,
itself
stop.
towards your shoulder.
Stop.
Just whoop.
Yeah, you can just
And
watch
the
it.
muscle goes up with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's like a rubber band snapping.
Stop, dude. It's
Is what it
gnarly.
is.
Good.
Yeah.
It's gnarly.
Yep.
Ooh, I've seen a lot of those videos.
Fortunate to never have experienced that.
Well,
Hope
good
to
news
never.
is I don't think I've ever lifted enough weight to worry about that.
That's fair. I think I did, and I'm very happy I never had that happen.
Yeah.
I thought about lifting that much weight.
Did you?
Yeah.
Was it my dick? Got him, dude. So, anyways, that's because me and Cam have sex with each other, dude.
Well, that's fair, but still weird. We hit that point.
Yeah, we're about an hour 10 in. That tracks.
That's
Sarah
not that
was
far.
like,
Honestly, I used to do a pod.
Yeah.
75 minutes was my sweet spot. But
was
dude,
was it a band thing?
Yeah, it was called
Music?
Band Geeks Anonymous, and we
Was
just,
it for
Oh,
real?
man.
No, you dumb.
That's not the worst name I've ever
Man,
heard, dude.
I was just thinking you guys talked about all the band geek shit.
All the bus travel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we heard
Bus
that last
travel
time.
That's funny.
and
We heard the
going
bus
to
stories.
camps.
We heard his like STD
Scabies,
story.
my scabies story.
You call it scabies. We
Yeah.
call it a different thing. Where
Dude,
he
one time
didn't
had
touch anyone.
an STD without touching anyone.
I slept on a floor fully clothed.
I swear to God.
Don't we all? So
He was popping Molly.
Yeah.
He was butt naked.
yeah, he was.
Bro, I was drinking Miller High Life at the time.
a dim-
17 years old.
Oh, drink responsibly.
Yeah.
Drink at 21 if you're in America. You know what I mean?
He was in Europe at the time.
Yeah.
That was the bath salts here. Everybody else was doing bath salts. That's not a joke.
That's California.
That was Dayton, Ohio.
Whoa, really?
Florida.
The Midwest is bored.
Yeah, they need something to do. Like eat each other's faces off.
Well, we drink a lot. or
Welcome to
that.
turn into
Wisconsin, baby.
zombies.
Wisconsin's the pinnacle of drinking a lot.
Dude,
Apparently, yeah, beer-wise.
So I went to Wisconsin one time, Stevens Point, and I went to a bar. I got out of there for $18 and I had 9 drinks.
Dude.
And I was obliterated. Anyway, speaking of
Yeah,
Wisconsin.
9 drinks is a lot, buddy. Yeah.
Yeah, but for
$2
$18.
a drink, though.
I'm
No,
saying
I know, but I'm saying you
that's
said I was
nothing.
obliterated. 9 drinks.
Oh,
you're-
yeah. I walked around with a traffic cone on my
Where
head.
do you go for $2 a drink?
Now?
Yeah,
Here.
anywhere. Well, it cost us $2.
Yeah, so it's
Yeah.
yeah. My math, I'm pretty sure, is probably close.
But no, dude, I went
I think
outside
you're
and I
under.
picked up a traffic cone
Right.
and put it on my head and walked around with a traffic cone on my head the rest of the night. That's
Out
not a
in
joke.
public.
In public.
There are places.
That's a good barrel pick.
Yeah.
We've
it wasn't a
been
pick.
that
I
I've
was
seen
like
signs.
20 years old or something.
So they
21.
they do like drinking competitions that they say. So like in Mexico, you're not allowed to compete in said drinking competition if you're from Wisconsin.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that real?
Yeah,
That's savagery.
That's incredible.
Wisconsin, they like to drink.
Midwestern people are
But
built
dude,
different.
Driftless, speaking of Wisconsin, that and thinking about barrel picks, that
We've
was a
been there
crazy.
since they were transitioning from the small barrels to 53s.
So it's all 53 now.
Thank
and
God.
most of it's Zach Cooperage, but they still have a bunch of old
Unfortunate.
Kelvins.
Yeah.
And they literally like rearranged the whole rick house. And we
Dan says
dug out
that
these
as
Kelvins.
we have, 12 Zacks that came in that weren't bad?
Dude, no,
They
some of
weren't
them
bad.
are really good.
They weren't bad, but
They can
that
be.
being
Blenders.
said, that's
Great blenders.
go out into the world and see how many people have a favorable image.
Relationship?
Yeah. No, I don't want to say relationship because I don't know the people. The people
Okay.
might be great.
That's fair.
A favorable image of Zach
Yeah.
Cooperage or Kelvin or ISC.
Yeah.
Like it's not going to be close.
All right.
People are going to go ISC and Kelvin 100% of the time, and then Zach exists. It's
Real
like
quick.
barrel 34.
Real quick, I need you to look at something
Yeah.
and let me know if I'm hammer drunk
Okay.
or there's something
Or
different.
both.
Look at that blanket.
Yeah.
Like, look at the lines.
Yep.
And then look at that one. Does it look like your children made those lines?
It's droopy as
Yeah.
fuck. Yeah.
Well, those ones are crooked.
They're not great lines.
They're not
Like,
straight.
those are perfect.
This That's what you get from Harbor Freight. Do you want to know something even better? Because you'll appreciate this a lot.
Maybe child labor
Was
made
that one
that one.
free?
Your ADD will drive you nuts.
great.
So I took
Thank-
these down to paint behind the wall, right, or
Thanks
the
you for-
blankets. I then went to rehang them up, and I had already hung these.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know. I just threw these blankets on the
flipped 'em?
chairs. I put this blanket
They're
on
different
there.
heights.
Nope. I put this blanket on there. The rings are different spacing on each blanket, so they wouldn't fit backwards. And I'm
That's
like, why won't
funny.
this fit? I've hung
They're
them up.
different heights too.
Yeah, they are.
Look,
That's
look at
quality.
look
That's
at
Harbor Freight quality.
That's
buddy.
Evernorth,
That's
baby.
called China.
hey buddy, right above
China.
Kim's head up there.
Yeah.
The one's round.
It
It's
is
just
round.
not even a peak.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No.
Like this blanket is what they throw on show, and this is the go.
Yeah, this one looks nice.
Yeah.
That one looks like I did it.
Drunk
All right,
Accurate.
dude. So listen,
with crayons.
what we've figured out today. You enjoyed Hard Truth. That was a good barrel.
Bro,
pick.
we have figured nothing out.
we weren't supposed to.
Wait, were
I
we trying to figure anything out?
No, I
I
asked
don't
him.
know, actually.
What we figured out is we're all gonna go to Starlight together,
We need to.
and then
We
we'll
should.
go. You don't mind doing barrel picks at the same place 74 times
You know
in
what?
a row. So we'll go
Starlight-
back to Hard Truth again,
Starlight will also give you 34 barrels. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
dude. Ryan found this short barrel rye at Starlight last time we were there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was fucking incredible.
That
But
was
it
a double barrel,
had
right?
like 50 barrel bottles in it or some shit.
Yeah.
It was so fucking cool. And
you know what's wild is Ryan is actually the short barrel king.
because he wants to be.
Yeah.
It's not like incident. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not an accident though. Like if you pick a short barrel, we just like give you shit because it's
Yeah.
funny because you're short.
Dude, I'm not that short.
But
I'm not that
5'7"
short.
and a quarter.
you, buddy, I was your height in fucking 5th grade. So, anyways, but
Everybody online thinks I'm like 5'2".
I know that's
And I love it when they
unfortunate.
meet me and they're like, "You're not that
not-
short."
yeah, you're
and I'm
not.
like, "Thanks."
yeah, the expectations lower.
We
It's
shoot
so
a table
low.
that's
I like to
4
keep 'em
foot
low.
high. Everyone goes, "You're taller than I thought." And it's like, yeah, like our table height is ridiculous.
People think that I'm lying about being over 6 foot, which is incredible.
You
to
are.
me. You're such a piece of shit.
Yeah, actually, Dan is 5'11".
Listen, I want you to know that Luna's stool is still in the castle
Yeah.
from when you were there.
It's waiting on me.
Ricky the other day goes, "Where's Luna's stool at?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Her teal, whatever,
Yeah.
blue." And I'm like, "I
I
have no
love that
idea."
in the video
Walked
of
out-
you walking out with that and like coffee or whatever
Yeah.
it was. And you're like, here you go. Here
Walked
you go.
out and I was like, "Holy shit, it's still out here from camp." I like have neglected my
It was
daughter's
such
stool.
a good video.
Yeah, fucking solid, dude.
You just walking out, sick of shit. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah, here's your fucking whiskeys, and here's your. I can't believe that you guys. Somebody came in here the other day, spoke highly of Raconteur Rye 2 because of you guys, because of that video.
It's good.
They were like, "That
phenomenal.
bottle's really great." And I
Really
was like,
good
I
bottle.
had never even revisited it since I've been not sick.
Yeah.
But hey, what's your favorite whiskey of the year so far? So far,
Ooh, yeah,
no
so far.
blinds. Just like give me 2 then.
I got 2.
Okay, give me 2.
Russell's 15.
Yeah, 100%.
Old Fitz 13.
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I'd probably go with him on that.
And so to me, when I think
We got a
about
bottle though.
Russell's 15 has the crazier flavors, 100%. And the proofs are so different. I think Old Fitz is a more put together whiskey, even with that much water added to it. I think Russell's is rough around the edges still. Like to me, it's like I drink it and I'm like, I love the flavors. They're freakish.
What's your top 3?
I think it's rough around the edges.
Oh my.
No order.
But dude, wait,
I
how
feel
good does a
physically
order?
violent.
But hang on, how good does a whiskey have to be?
Wait. You can't ask him.
No, hang on.
No order. Just give me 3
And then be pissed.
fucking sad about it.
No, I'm mad because he just said Russell's 15 is rough around the edges.
It is rough around the edges.
It's fucking perfect.
No, it's not. It's not perfect. And here's the deal. How good for
agree.
me a
It's
whiskey.
as perfect as my height.
Yeah, we're straying further from the truth at this point. But like, listen, the point is,
5'10" and 3/4.
All right, for real.
it has to me for a whiskey to almost be whiskey of the year, and
Almost,
or maybe be
Okay.
And it's rough around the edges, and I think it's still worth 425 on secondary. To say all of those things and it's still rough around the edges means it's fucking insane whiskey.
Okay, that's fair.
Like seriously.
I'll say 13th County Double Oak this year.
Oh, you've had that one. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Wild.
Media.
Russell's 15.
Yeah.
Disco.
Just zoom in on Sean.
12.
I couldn't even say it with a straight
Please
face.
zoom in on
dude.
Sean. Please zoom in on Sean.
Let's go 12.
Disco 12.
What? Okay.
I don't think Disco 12's in the top
You gotta
5.
fucking chill.
It's
You
good.
gotta
Hey,
settle
Little
on
Book
that.
hater.
And
we don't need
Little
your
Book,
opinion
good.
currently.
And then Little Book Infinite.
Disco 12 was in
You
the top
just said
10.
top 3 and said 5 bottles. I
I
think.
said 4.
Oh, okay.
I said 4.
All right. All right.
I hope this
No, I
air
said
compressor
top-
explodes
I-
and kills
I
all of
go,
us right
hey.
now.
I told him, I go, it doesn't have to be top 3 of the year. I go, just give a list. Like,
Oh, rough list.
Okay.
yeah, rough list doesn't have to be top.
Russell's
So I
15
said
number
4.
1. Done.
Okay.
It's not even. I don't got to do a blind. It's done. It's over with. It's done.
It's
The thing
gonna-
is, you can't blind it against Old Fitz 13 because it's not going to work.
You
The
know
proofs are too different.
immediately.
Hey, buddy, you know what's gonna be fun?
That's what sucks.
When we do a blind, it's not gonna win.
You know what? And you know what else is going to be fun
Probably
is when
won't.
Little Book Infinite
Because
gets shit on.
In that same blind, we're gonna be doing Camp Nelson B.
That'll
Yeah.
blow things away on the palate. That'll really do well.
So that we normally do like a 4 Glen lineup, and I'm gonna make Brandon.
We do it like 5 times.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we do like 4. If we have 20 bottles from the year that we thought were like, these are some of the best whiskeys we have for the year. These are our top
We try to
20
group 'em.
roughly.
Yeah.
Then it's like 5 and then 5 or 4 and then 4 and then 4 and then, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
that doing 20 in a row ain't the fucking move.
No,
Now that
it's
being
not.
said, we could just
We
do the
bracket 'em.
scoring tier
Yeah.
list thing
We could.
because
That's
that
so
works.
imperfect, though. That's
Everything's
tough.
imperfect,
I
though.
know.
Yeah.
But head to heads.
There's
Because
no
can I tell you,
perfect way to do it.
if you
No,
do
you're
4
right.
at a time, if something was in the first blind but not in the third blind, it might have made it to the top 10. It
Right.
won't in the third blind.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no perfect system.
No.
There's just not.
No. Have you tried birthday bourbon this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
What
There's
did you
one
think?
right over there.
It's
Really?
okay.
Yeah. Have you tried it?
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Brandon, you want to get him birthday bourbon?
I like it a lot.
Well,
Have you
I'm
tried
not
He's
gonna
had
do
it. He's already
Have
had
you
it.
tried the Roses 20?
Has he?
Yeah, yeah, I've
Oh,
had
I'm
it.
sorry. Never mind.
I'll take it.
Sorry,
Have you
I
had the
heard that
Roses
wrong.
2024, Ellie?
No.
So that one, to me, the flavors are off the charts, but the finish falls off. You ever have this experience where the finish is spicy, but the flavor goes away?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
that bottle does that to me,
When
and I'm
it's
like,
all
I just want the
barrel spice?
flavor. Yes. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I don't like that.
But it tastes like dusty as shit. It's,
Oh, I like
hate
that.
It's good. Like on
It's-
the front end, it tastes like some, bottles.
when you just get
You know
the
what I mean?
proof and it's like it's all spice and you're like, all right, cool, man. But I get no flavor off of a finish. You're like, it's the worst thing in whiskey.
I want flavorful finish. That's
Yeah.
like my.
Yeah.
That's a good finish
That's
to me.
why lower proof's better, usually.
I agree.
Yeah, I could see that.
That is why I do think like a 110 barrel proof is awesome because it didn't have all the water. You didn't remove flavor.
The water jacks things up bad.
Yeah. You didn't remove
Yeah.
flavor, but what you did do was you allowed all the flavor to be there, but the ethanol didn't kick your ass in the end. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna get wild. I'm gonna say like 105 to 115, somewhere in there.
That's not wild. That's what
No.
we've been
That
saying for
you're
like 3
like-
years.
Yeah, I think it's lower every year
Oh,
for
okay.
us.
That's fair. Okay.
That we used to be like, dude, we love barrel proof.
Mm-hmm.
We love the 120 proof plus. Like, just
It's been a long time since we said 120s though. Because
I was getting lower. I'm like, hey, 115. Now I'm like, dude, 108's not bad.
Unless you find like a short barrel that cranks up like 130, crazy short barrel,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but drinks like 110.
Yeah.
That's like the ultimate.
it's got to be
whiskey for
like
me.
oil. Just
Yes.
it coats. You're like, oh wow, that's one. What? That high?
Yeah.
All right.
Those are the freak barrels, I think, for me.
Russell 15 is definitely whiskey of the year.
It's going to be whiskey of the
Territory
year
for sure.
It's going to be.
13th Colony Double Oak.
I
Is
think the
whiskey of the
Oh,
year
hang on.
territory.
But Weller Millennium, I know
In-
we can't really put that in
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
but that is a top 5 or top 3.
that might be the
That's a freak
top
whiskey.
whiskey ever for me.
It's so good. I don't know if it's that good for me, but it's
Hey,
like
buddy, it's fine that you guys don't need to agree with me on that. Personally, for
Sean's
me,
talking about his old man lower proof palate these days, and that 99 proof hits just right.
it is perfect.
Is it 99 proof? Is
Yep,
that what it is?
which is
Jesus.
such a missed
Yeah.
opportunity.
Dude.
It's not 100.0. Go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Does it say 100.0 on it?
No,
No,
it
it
should.
should.
For
This is
Millennium.
Millennium. It's
Oh.
1,000.
That's 1,000, by the way,
I
Dan.
know.
Jesus.
That's how much
I know,
you paid
but
for these
who-
fucking
I like how-
spiky shoes.
No, I didn't.
Hey, buddy.
I got them at retail.
I'd like to say that 2 people are explaining this to you right now because we both know you ain't got it.
Listen, I know Millennium. I know Century is 100. What's up, bitches?
Perfect.
Now you have more faith that I knew Millennium.
Eh.
Less-
Decade's 10. What's up, dude?
All right.
See? I know all of them.
What about a bicentennial?
200.
What's
What's up, dude?
Centi?
Huh?
Centi?
Centaur?
Centimeter?
Dude, you're using
He measures
half
in
words.
centimeters. Don't worry.
Yeah, you gotta.
Centi
Yeah.
is also
Gotta-
tiny.
you gotta squeeze them all
It's like
out.
you and your fucking quarter inch on your height. You know what I mean?
Correct, yeah.
You fucking bitch.
What's a quarter of an inch in centimeters? Anybody know?
12, 8.
I think it's 0.7.
25,
I was close.
12.
Is it 0.7?
It's like 6 centimeters.
I think it's 0.7 centimeters. A quarter of an inch. Is it 0.7?
Well,
Oh, I was
Oh
close.
wow, you were so close.
Yeah, I'm a genius.
I said
well,
6.
that's
It's
also just
0.6.
how often you are.
So
you
there's
use
2 point.
units of
wait,
measurement
wait.
like
How
that.
many centimeters are in an inch?
Well, that would mean that 2.4.
It's 2.54.
Okay. I mean, I was going off his rough estimate.
Yeah.
For
I
the
thought
guy
it was
that-
2.8. I was going 0.7
Yeah,
because I
I
thought
did the
2.8.
wrong side of the decimal point. That's why I said 6. It's 0.6.
Goodness gracious.
I got this. Don't worry. This is the dumbest shit I got. Don't worry.
Weller Millennium and his end of the year blind.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
it should
so it
be
gets shit on.
end of the year blind.
It's gonna get shit.
It's going to get obliterated. Only on
It's gonna
proof.
get
No, if-
shit on.
If it goes low end, I honestly think it goes like I say low end on proof.
It will get shit on.
No,
Yep,
for you,
for everybody. It's just
it's perfect. It's perfect
not,
whiskey.
It's that's the problem. Is it's $7,000 and it's not fucking perfect.
Perfect.
It's $7,000.
It's about as
Well, you
imperfect as
tasted it when
Russell's
you
15.
were-
Would you prefer the price to be lower?
Saw that happening.
Would you prefer the price to be lower?
Yeah, buddy.
not
Everyone
perfect.
would. No one
Then it's not perfect.
would look at anything. Oh, is it not free? All right,
I texted Alves the other day,
No, I don't want everything
and
to
the
be free.
consensus was if it's $2,000 a bottle, you buy it by the case. Like you're buying 3
If
of those.
that whiskey,
if
is
Millennium was
2,000 a bottle,
two G's, you buy 3.
I still don't buy one.
Dude, come on.
I would still rather have Michter's 2025 or Celebration.
Well, you're not
But
getting
good
any
luck
of those
finding
either.
those.
I'm not getting fucking Weller Millennium either.
Well, right now you
Like,
can. They're
it's all
sitting
the same-
everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. They're sitting everywhere.
Okay.
Sitting.
Like, I guess that's fair. Like this is the problem. Is there's just other whiskey I would
No,
buy?
it's a problematic.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
$7,000 is
that's
Fortune
insane.
shit.
Come on.
yeah, like fuck you money shit kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All right. Well,
Woodford Baccarat looks so cheap next to Weller Millennium, which is
true.
insane to think
we
about.
That's
have
true.
to go do things, so we got to end this.
That's true. We do.
all right.
Cheers. Thanks for
Fun.
coming, buddy.
Yeah,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Thanks
Thanks
for
so
having
much.
me. I'm gonna go
We can
retreat
talk
to my.
about pricing on stuff forever and a day.
No, I'd stand by it. I don't think anybody disagrees. I don't think anybody wants that bottle to be $7,500.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm saying I still think for me,
Whiskey in the Bottle
top
is good.
3 whiskey of the year.
Whiskey in the bottle is very good.
Probably top.
It's gonna get shit on.
Russell's 15, not perfect.
Pretty perfect.
You know what is perfect?
Rough around the edges.
Weller Millennium.
Rough around the edge is a wild take.
You know what's
dude.
the
a
most
great-
perfect thing I've ever had? Weller
Thanks for being
Millennium.
here.
It's
guys.
respectful.
Cheers.
I'm trying to be
Weller
respectful.
Rough
fucking
around the edges.
Millennium.
It's rough around- yeah.
So Dan was sick when we did that review.
That's
so
true. I have not drank it otherwise.
He shot 9 ounces one time on a couch,
3.
and then was like,
9
"You know
ounces. Oh
what?
my
You know
god.
what?
3
Oh, we're
ounces.
done.
Whiskey. Yeah,
3
we're out of here.
ounces.
See you guys. Love you guys. Bye."